Hey, good morning, guys. I'm Steve Luttrell, your hair loss consultant, and welcome to my channel, The Real Deal, where I talk about your hair loss, why you've lost your hair, and is there anything you can do to get it back. Welcome to my segment, Coffee Chat. And Coffee Chat's a channel, part of my channel that I put out twice a week, and Coffee Chat is basically questions that you have, that I cover, that I see, and we just do this in real short. I spend a few minutes before my client comes in the morning and just kind of cover a couple of things that I see online that you guys are talking about, or maybe products that I see, or crazy things that I see online that claims that restores your hair loss, or again, anything, tips, tricks, products that I find, quick reviews that you could find a bigger review on one of my other videos. But for the most part this morning, we're just basically going to cover a quick few things. But first, before we do that, I want to make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel, because that's how I keep going, and that's how you guys keep up with the latest, greatest information here on YouTube on hair loss and hair systems, or hair restoration. All right, guys? All right, so let's get started. Here we go. Okay, so something I see a lot, and I've seen it from the beginning of my hair restoration, hair loss, and hair system career. When I first got into the business, one of the companies here in America that distributes hair, I received everybody's catalogs from all the companies. There's basically 4 companies that distribute hair in the United States, and large manufacturers of hair and hair goods, hair replacement goods. And so I received their catalog, and upon receiving their catalog, the cover of the catalog was something I've seen before. I'd seen this model, I'd seen this picture, and so I'm like, huh, this guy wears hair? So anyways, are the pictures that you see out there real? Most of these studios, professional hair studios, hair replacement studios, they buy stock photos from the manufacturers. In fact, some of them have my photos that they say that they do, that I did for these manufacturers when I worked for them, and I did platform and did education for them. And I also do their photo shoots and video shoots and their commercials and their infomercials, and I would be the stylist on set. Well, sure enough, there was a stylist that came from Supercuts that actually did that guy's hair. So they basically stole the picture to present it as a hair replacement picture, or that the guy was bald and wearing one of their hair systems, which was not true. Now, personally, every photograph you see, every client you see, and anything that has my name, or AHLC hair system, or hair loss consultant, or my old salon, Europa hair salon, anything you see that has Steve Luttrell attached to it is going to be a true follically challenged hair loss client, and where I've put a hair system on them to make them look incredible and great. So my befores and afters are true befores and afters. Okay, so are they real? Not a lot of them. Just beware before you go and purchase something from them, and make sure that what they're delivering is actually what's in the photograph, because a lot of times what is in the photograph is not hair replacement. It's not non-surgical hair. Even transplants. Some of these surgeons use pictures that those guys don't have transplants. They weren't your client. There's one company on television, I know one of the models, and yeah, he has transplants just in the hairline, and then he's got a hairpiece sitting right behind it. And so is it totally false advertising? Nah, not totally, but it's the reason he's got a thick head of hair is because he's got a hairpiece on, not because they put a whole head of transplants in. But just let the buyer beware. All right, guys? All right, let's move on. All right, welcome back. All right. Okay, guys. Should you tell anyone that you're wearing hair or you're getting hair? Nah, I don't think so. Not in the beginning, at least. It's none of their business. Now, if you want it, tell people. That's fine. But I think if you tell them, and if you don't really know them, they'll be very focused on your scalp and very focused on your head. And if you're in a kind of a meeting or on a date, they'll be distracted. and they won't be talking to you, they'll be talking to your hair, because that's the whole, just, where is it coming from? Especially if it's good, then they're really distracted, because you tell me it's a hairpiece, but it doesn't look like a hairpiece, and they're just going to be looking. And so after you dated somebody for a while, or if they're your spouse, of course, you want to tell them. But not everybody. Even people you work with, unless it's an extreme makeover change, like you're going from shaved head to, beautiful full head of hair. Now, you don't have to get crazy and tell everybody that, what you're exactly doing, but just, hey, I'm restoring my hair loss, and this is the avenue I've gone, and not looking for your opinion, because mine is the only one that counts, or yours is the only one that counts. So again, you don't have to go tell everybody, but down the road, if you want to tell people, you can. If you don't have to. That's my personal opinion. But if it looks great, you don't have to, because nobody's going to be asking, is that your real hair? All right, guys, let's move on. Okay, welcome back, guys. All right, now that we're in winter time down in Florida, we're not so wintry, but our humidity changes and our air is drier, so our skin does get dry, so we have to moisturize in the wintertime. If you live in California or some of these places near the desert, it's dry all year round, and really dry in the wintertime there. And if you're up north in the wintertime, of course it gets drier, the heat's dry inside, all these factors out there, so your scalp and your skin and everything starts drying out. Now some people, they have dry scalp. The adhesives, for whatever reason, might add to it, might take away from it. But at the end of the day, there's people out there that have scalp dryness, flakiness, dandruff, for lack of better words. So what kind of product can I use, or can you use, to combat this? Well, a good product to use before you put your hair back on, during your maintenance or your redelivery of a new system, I always have clients wash their head with T-Gel, Neutrogena T-Gel shampoo. It is a great shampoo for psoriasis or anything like that that's dry scalp based. It clears it right up. It's not the best smelling. It's got kind of a tar smell to it, but it works. It really works and clears all that up. I've been using Neutrogena T-Gel, gosh, probably my whole career. The first salon I walked in and started working in, the owner's wife had serious psoriasis, and they had tried Head and Shoulders and some, what would you call it, witch doctor type stuff, I guess, their own remedies, but none of them worked. And Neutrogena T-Gel was a new product back then and had just come out, and so she started using it, and it cleared her scalp right up, and which was great, because there's nothing worse than wearing your beautiful black new dress or your beautiful black new shirt, and your hair is just flaking like snow, and it's just everywhere you go is just snow, and it's not even Christmas. All right, guys. So Neutrogena T-Gel, this is a great product. You can get it at any store, grocery store, drugstore, online. So I'm not even going to put that in the link below, but I will put it, Neutrogena T-Gel. All right, guys. All right. That's it for Coffee Chat this morning. I hope you've got some value from this morning. And I'm Steve Luttrell. And again, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like my video. And that's how I keep going. So I'm Steve Luttrell, your hair loss consultant, and this has been Coffee Chat. Have a great hair day, guys.